Ask Diva time. Ask a question and Diva will answer you. Question for today's video is, how do you come up with your price for your crochet projects? And I went up to a whole lot of people. I asked a lot of people in different groups and I messaged them and I just asked, what do you charge? How do you charge? How do you come up with this method? And the questions became larger than I ever expected. So all the research that I did it for you. Now, those people came up with all of these strategies on what they do. Some of them said hours plus material plus shipping equals price. Yarn times rolls times the hour equals price. I purchased yarn and I multiply that times 3 and that's my price. I charge myself minimum wage plus materials and that's my price. I charge myself $25 per hour and add those materials and that's my price. $1 per row plus the yarn and that's my price. I change my price depending on who I speak to. I change my price depending on the area I'm at because not everybody's going to pay what you are going to charge. What? Oh, hell! To no. Listen to this video so that you could get the right way to maximize your price for your crochet items. This video contains 1 or 2 cuss words that you may feel offensive. Viewer discretion is advised. So, okay. I had to do woosah. Going through all of those people and asking all of those questions, I didn't want to say, that's not right. I didn't want to say, that don't sound right. I didn't want to say, oh, that's a perfect idea. I think that everybody deserves to have their own opinion for what they are doing. Not a problem. It's your preference, and that's fine. But some of them kind of, to me, don't sound right. I went through a lot of trial and error. This is one of the hardest things that I ever had to do when it came up to my projects. Pricing is one hard thing for me because I always want to be nice and I always want to be reasonable. I want to treat my customers how I would want to be treated. So if I'm going to purchase something, I want it to be the right price. I want it to be a good, respectable price. But I do know if I want something custom and really nice, I'm going to have to pay good money for it. That's not an issue. That's not a problem. I tend to think of the mothers who want to get something for their kids. I tend to think of people who want to get something for grandma or mom or a significant other. I tend to think that these things are essential for a good project, for a good gift. So I had to come up with trial and error. What's best for me? And this is a couple of things that I decided to do based on being around so many people and listening to what they do and looking at workshops and videos and trying to come up with a great formula for me. I do graph gands. So me doing graph gands, I have to do things a little bit different. I'm not making clothes. My blankets are not plain. And I'm not doing just baby items. I'm doing actual pictures and images on these blankets, and it's elaborate. It's going to be costly. But am I going to make the amount that I deserve, but be able to sell it for a good, decent price? Well, I think I came up with the right way. I think I came up with the right way. So let me tell you what I do, and then I'm gonna tell you what others do, and then I'm gonna compare it. So I have this polka dot blanket. It's a baby blanket, crib size, and it's polka dot. And I have a supporter who wanted this blanket. And what I do is I start off with a base price. So when someone says I want a custom blanket, I already have a price list, which is my base price. Now my base price includes the blanket, which has a name. That's it. It doesn't matter how long the name is. It doesn't matter how short the name is. A name. Maybe 2 colors, maybe 3. That's it. And my base price, I would say, is about $150. Maybe a little bit more if you want me to add a little bit more colors. So it would be, my base price would be about $125 to $150. Now this is a basic blanket, just the name and 2 colors, maybe 3, and it's $125 to $150. That's the base. Now this blanket is big enough for a crib. That's all you're going to use it for. A baby, newborn at that. Then we'll go into the next one. It's like a little bit bigger than a crib and smaller than a twin, and that I would do $150. But if you want a twin, I would do between $150 and $175. Again, base prices. 1 blanket with 1 name, maybe 3 colors. I would do a full, and my full is about $175 to $200. And my queen would be about $200 to $250 and more. Base price, right? So we take that base price and we are talking to our customer and we're asking, what else would you like on your blanket? Would you like a border? Would you like other colors? Would you like a character? Would you like the name to be in sparkle yarn? These are the things that I take into consideration when making my customers pay this price. So if it's a detailed blanket and it's a character, I'm going to add another $50 to that. So you have the $125 to $150, which is now $175 to $200. And that's just adding a character. Now, it goes up. Each size is going to go up. So if the customer don't want the crib size and wanted something a little bit larger so the baby can grow with, that's going to be a little bit more. So I do not tell my price directly all the time. I try to get all of the information for what that customer wants. I sell myself, basically. I sell the idea. I sell what I'm doing. I let that customer know that you can have this, nobody else has it. I'm going to make it custom for you. I'm going to make sure that you are going to love what you're going to buy. So this brings the idea into their heads that, oh man, I really want this. I can't wait to see it. I'm going to be so happy to give this to this person. This person is going to be so happy. They're not even phased on the price yet. But you already have in your mind the base price. And the more you go, the more they're going to say, oh, I do want that. But if they do ask for a price, I will say, I just need all your details first. and then I could give you a price. So we do that, right? Okay, so let's say I have this polka dot blanket, and all she wanted was the polka dots in the name. Very simple, not really a lot, not too much detail, and it doesn't take me long. It takes me like 2, maybe 3, not even. It's really simple. So I give her the 125 price, right? Okay, how am I going to maximize this? I'm going to maximize this because she's stuck on this is what she wants, because it's going to match her other baby items that's in the nursery. So, being that this is what our customer is stuck on, let's maximize this, right? Do you want to add a layette set? Do you want to add a cap? Do you want to add Mickey Mouse set? Being that this is going to have Disney letters, maybe she wants a photo op. So we could do a photo prop of a Mickey Mouse or Minnie Mouse. And we do the photo prop with the Minnie Mouse. Now, that's an extra $50. So we're adding to that, right? So it's $125, add the $50. Now you got the layette set. The layette set may not just be the mini prop, but it might be that she wants a diaper cover, or she might want a cap or some booties, and we add that. Now we're gonna let her know that this is gonna be this price and the photo prop is this price, but if you want it together, bam, I'll give it to you for $175. Do you see what I just did? I maximized my product. She's not just getting the blanket, the simple blanket, she's also adding to it, but getting a discount. So I took about $10, $15 off just so that I could add it. These are also things that I do on my spare time. If I'm at the doctor's office, or if I have to go somewhere and I have to carry my yarn, and the projects that I have are too big and I can't carry it, I would do something for a baby. And I will always add it into my products. And I would say a good amount of my customers do add the layette set. So I go from $125, which is my base price, to at least $175 to $200. That's maximizing my price. Now, let's say I'm using the formula of purchasing your yarn and multiplying that times 3. That set, I needed at least 3 skeins of black yarn, okay? Then I needed 1 pink, I needed 1 dark pink, I needed 1 white, and then I needed the metallic with the sparkles pink. Now, I do my baby blankets with I Love This Yarn, so that's $3.99 without the sale. That's $3.99 per skein. So I'm going to take that amount, which is, so I would need at least 9 skeins of yarn, because I would need 1 more extra black for the layette set. So I would need 4 skeins of yarn, because the other ones I just need 1 skein, and that's including the photo prop. Okay, so I add that together and I multiply that times 3. So you get that price and you multiply that by 3. And it's $95.76. So you just took the 9 skeins of yarn that you purchased, whether it's on sale or not, and you multiplied that by 3, and your price is $95.76. Now, even if we took away the layette set, this still would be $95, $1.76. Yeah, you're not really doing good with that. That's not a great method. Or if you want to charge yourself per hour. I personally don't have time to be looking at the time and how many hours I'm going to do this and how many, because when I'm doing my product, I'm also recording. I'm also doing mommy stuff. I'm also doing group stuff. I'm also doing teaching. I'm also writing my book. I'm doing a lot of things at the same time, and I don't have the time to sit there and do hours. How many hours? So I'm going to charge myself minimum wage? I'm not a teenager. I'm a grown ass woman. Or how about I charge myself $50 an hour? It's just not gonna work. It's not gonna work. It's not for me. Not for me. And then you could do the dollar per row. So with this baby blanket, I was only doing 120. So say if I did want to do $1 per row, 120. And then you're going to add your materials. So my materials would be about $40. And you put that together, that's 160. Okay, that might go. I might be able to do that. But what happens if I have to start adding a little bit more detail? And am I going to get the max out of that? I mean, I can. But I think my base price works perfect for me, because what if I'm doing a blanket that's a little bit more and then I have to charge a little bit more? And then I think I like my base price. I like my base price, and to add $25, $50, $75 more if I have to add more detail and buy more yarn. I think that will work better. So here's a couple of tips that you can use to maximize your prices. Maybe you could purchase your yarn a little bit early, ahead of time. So we know we use a lot of solids for our graphic ends. So I will continuously buy the base colors, like the primary, like red and blue and black and white. I will buy that a lot. So every time it's a sale at any one of the stores, or if I have a coupon, I would use that. And I would take that and just store it, so that each time I have an order, I already have that yarn. Very rarely I will have to go and purchase it, because I will already have those colors. Another tip would be creating something unique and custom and personalized may just lock you in with certain customers. You have to engage their interest. If you're going to continue to make hats and scarves, then you are competing with many other people who are making those hats and scarves as well. So what makes you different than that other person? And if someone can come and say, I want this, I want that, can you make this, can you make that, and I can, that increases my value and maximize my profit. Take all forms of payment. Some people don't always have cash. Some people have credit. You want to be able to take credit cards. You want to be able to take debit cards. You want to be able to use the bank transfers. You want to use anything possible. I even have PayPal. PayPal charges a lot, but it's convenient for some people. All of them, including Venmo, including Messenger, that have the cash transfer on there. We could use that. We use all of those avenues to give our customers more freedom to make the payment, because that is key to getting their product. Customer service is key. Customer service is key because you want to keep your customer. You want to keep that person and lock that customer in. You do not want them to go to somebody else. So if you have that presence of being happy all the time, knowing your project, knowing how to make it and look neat, make it look good, and offer them more for their buck, they will always come to you. Never, ever, ever sell yourself short. Selling yourself short by saying, I'm going to charge $2 over here and I'm going to charge $10 over here. That's selling yourself short, because I don't care if Mary Jo do not have enough money to buy my product. So because I need money right away, I'm going to charge her $2. It's not happening. Mary Jo wants the product. Mary Jo has to pay for the product. If Mary Jo can wear her hair that's $300, Mary Jo can buy a $125 baby shower gift. I'm just saying. We do not want to sell ourselves short. So if Mary Jo can't afford it, Mary Jo can go somewhere else. I may need the finances. I just may need it. But I also need my integrity. I need that way more. I need my integrity to stay there, and for Mary Jo to understand that this is business. It has nothing personal. And because this is business, if you can't afford my prices, then I cannot lower my prices for you. So she may not buy it from you, but there's so many others that will. There's so many others that will pay that price. Never sell yourself so short. If you need the money, maybe this not for you. Because if you need it that bad that you're selling yourself short, you kind of are selling the community short. Because if you're selling it for $2, Mary Jo is going to think it's okay, and that if she go to somebody else, if you're not around, she go to somebody else, she's going to think that it's going to be $2 for all of us. And that's not fair. Our whole community needs all of us to stick to our guns and don't change your price. Anchoring. So anchoring is basically what I was saying with buying the polka dot blanket, but you're adding something. So that's like you're buying $150 blanket, but if you add this for $50 more, you're saving $25. So you're getting all of this for this amount. And last but not least, business versus hobby. Business versus hobby. You have to understand that if you're going to do it as a hobby, do it as a hobby. If you're going to do it as a business, do it as a business. But when you're intertwining, you're also selling yourself short, and your community suffers. Your crochet community, sisters and brothers, will suffer because you're shorthanding them as well. Because a lot of our community see us all as one. They see us all as having yarn that's $2 some change, and you're just making it at home. It should be kibbles and bits, when in reality we spend a lot of money on our materials and we spend a lot of time doing it. We're not machines. We only have 2 hands, and they don't understand that. So don't sell yourself short. And that's it. That's how I maximize my profit, and I get the most for what I do. And I just have the gift to gab. I have the gift to talk to my customers and make them feel special, make them feel wanted, and make them feel like they want to spend more money. And I also have those who come to me and only me, and I have no problem with that either. Graph GANs is something that maybe, some people might want to get into. It's very unique. It's something that is always going to be in demand no matter what, and it's always in demand year round. So babies are born all the time. Birthdays are all the time. Holidays are all the time. You don't have to just make blankets. There's so many other things that you could do. And my profit is always continuing all the time because the demand is on point. I do so many projects and spit them out, post them, and show them. And the gifts that I gave, I have certain people that I give gifts to all the time because I know that they will take it, they will use it, and they will show it, and then their friends and then their community will say, I like that, I need that. And that's how I maximize my price. And it works for me. I am continuously getting orders, and it's like you finish one and you get like 2 or 3 more, and I'm so blessed. I'm like overwhelmed, but overwhelmed in a good way. I'm really blessed. I'm really happy, and I'm so glad that I could share this with you guys, and I hope that you can maximize your profits. So that's all of the Ask Diva for today. I hope this helped you. If you have any other Ask Diva questions, just ask in the comments and I can do a video tutorial for you. Bye. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you liked the video, click the like button up at the top. And if you like, please share. I appreciate it. Bye.